Hey, good evening. Listen, happy Father's Day. Celebrating Juneteenth. More than Juneteenth, we all want, well, justice. We all want liberation, reparations, all the things that make us wonderful. As we say, mankind is out of Africa. That means we're all related. 99.9 of the same genomes. So, on the count of three, on this great evening, with all of the beautiful diversity that's in the house, please say welcome to the family reunion. Our first amazing guest this evening. I mean, I got goosebumps over the lineup this evening. We've got John DiMartino, Deborah Nawala, Todd Groves, Tahira Clayton, Lafayette Harris, Ty Stevens, and the great Wycliffe Gordon. And it may not be in that order, but trust me, all of them are in the highest order of being artisans of this music, having their own original thumbprint of who they are, how they be, and how they're coming to give to you from the heart in encouragement of this great program. Music on the Inside is a program that services incarcerated persons as well as people who are re-entering the world. That if we take care of the least of these in this world, we will have a much brighter and better moment in an authentic society. The great artisan Sheila Jordan says his soul gets straight as he plays the music more and more. And he is an inventor, a wonderful visionary, an educator, a consummate pianist, a super accompanist for the likes of Freddie Cole and more and more. But as a solo pianist, he is a creative, brilliant genius. Please welcome the incredible, the wonderful John DiMartino.
Thank you, Antoinette. So happy to be here. And I want to also say that I'm honored to be with all these distinguished guests, well, you included. And some are, I know personally, I just want to give a shout out to the two great singers, or two of the great singers, Ty Stevens and to Tahira Clayton. And Tahira, I had the pleasure of playing with on one of the Vocal Gumbo series. And I also want to put a shout out to favorite colleague of mine is Ty Stevens, musical director, Mr. Richard Cummings, who to me musically is always an example of the highest good taste, and also to two other great musicians, the great Wycliffe Gordon, who my years with Houston Person, we would play on this jazz cruise, and I had the honor of playing with at Wycliffe some different times, and also my other great colleague, Lafayette Harris, who plays with Houston now. So we're brothers through the piano, and also we're Houston Person alumni. Anyway, last week, I had the privilege to do a couple of recordings, and one in particular was with a quartet with Eric Alexander and for Venus Records, and they had asked for the classic of Roland Kirk, Rahsaan Roland Kirk, Bright Moments. So I thought we're in need of bright moments at this point in our life. I thought this was a good time to play Bright Moments. Oh, and this has a sing-along section. I'm sure, Antoinette, you already know it. So please sing along when you hear me say Bright Moments.
All right.
Bright Moments.
There we go.
Bright Moments. Little rehearsal. Bright Moments. Bright moments, bright moments, right now. moments,
bright moments,
bright moments, bright moments, bright moments, bright moments, family, bright moments, bright moments, bright moments, bright moments, bright moments, bright moments, right
right
now.
now. Yes, yes, yes. John
To
DiMartino.
say, I want to also put a special dedication for that out to Miss Darthon Kirk, who we all know and love, BGO.
Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
with us. Why did you
Thank
decide
you.
to go for being with us this evening? This is a program that encourages music being given to incarcerated and reentry people. Why did you come along this evening?
Well, hey, because, maybe freedom begins in the heart. Let it manifest from the inside and let it, it'll spread to the outside, and, boy, so much, as we know, needs to be reformed. Not only the incarceration system, but the law enforcement system and society in general, education. There's so many things that need to be healed, and I think we wouldn't have so many people in this circumstance in the first place. There's so many systemic things. I think it's very intricate that we need to look at all of them. But thank God, it seems like light is being shed and we're becoming enlightened, that we're addressing these issues.
Absolutely. John, the great John
Oh,
DiMartino, involved so much in
you.
our community and has worked with so many folks. Move on to Todd Groves, who is an amazing, not just a clarinetist or a tripler inside of flute and sax, not just a Broadway man in the pit of the Aladdin and the Met Opera, Porgy Bess, and so many other amazing things, but a specialist who vibrates from the heart and side of great chamber music and education and heart and art. So please put together your hands and your ears for the wonderful Todd Groves. Todd Groves.
Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
Todd.
welcoming me today. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for that very kind introduction. Over the past year, I've been spending a lot of time writing music and putting things together with all the instruments I played. So I have two short things for you today. This first piece is entitled Chickpea, which after I wrote it, it kind of reminded me a little bit of a Chick Corea song, who I had loved growing up. And it has a little bit of a Middle Eastern vibe, so I thought Chickpea was an appropriate title. And you'll hear on this, I'm playing along with a play-along track. It's me playing all the instruments. I'm going to be playing the concert flute, but there's alto flute, there's bass flute, there's electric bass, there's some keyboard, and there's some percussion. So I hope you enjoy Chickpea. This tune is entitled Air Show, which I wrote this on the beach as I was being inspired watching the Atlantic City Air Show a few years ago. And I just, the dedication of these pilots and the skill that they have, and I tried to capture a little bit of that in some music.
We thank you so very much for being a part of us this evening, and we hope to have you back. And great to hear new music. Wasn't that nice and refreshing? Everything that he played just woke up the brain. Keep doing what you're doing. Be encouraged and help somebody else along the way.
Exactly.
Happy Juneteenth to everybody. That's the message. Help everybody. Help everybody, because it's a good idea, right?
Exactly.
If you rise up and you pull somebody else up, then we all up. But if you bend over backward and keep trying to oppress somebody and hold them down, you got to be pretty twisted after a while. So untwist yourself, stand up, and help pull somebody up. Our next incredible guest is much beloved all over the world. An educator, a performer, a consummate writer, arranger, composer. Wycliffe Gordon, he is our man. we would just like to create 5 or 6 more of them so we don't have to keep pulling at them just to have the one that we have. Isn't that right, Wycliffe? That's exactly right.
Yes, ma'am. If you say so, yeah.
Happy Father's Day to you, Wycliffe, and we're so blessed to have you when we can get you and when we're not trying to bug you and chase you. So we thank you for being generous with yourself today on this very special Father's Day, this very special tribute to Juneteenth, which is beautiful to have a holiday, but we want justice in the world. So speak to us for a second on whatever you want to talk to us, but why you come to participate and support music while we're on the inside, sponsored by Music on the Inside.
Thanks, Antoinette, John, and everyone else that's performed before now, and to everyone that's going to perform. Happy Juneteenth. Someone sent me a text. I mean, Juneteenth is our actual Independence Day, and I do feel that way. And I'm happy to be here on Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers, those that have kids, your biological fathers, and those that have been fathers through mentorship. This is special to me for many reasons. Music on the inside, music while we're inside. Well, incarceration is one way of being held back or held down or just in holding. And in the past year and a couple of months, we've been that way with the pandemic, the COVID, and then the many other pandemics that's been plaguing our nation for quite some time, and now it's being captured on film and televised. And I just want to say it. I want to do a song actually that I wrote about this. It was originally called the COVID-19 Blues because it started out talking about COVID, but in the midst of all of that, then there were the other pandemics, dealing with racism and some of the things that John spoke of earlier with reforming system and the systems and the systematic. We're helping people on the inside, but what we really need to do is to try to break the system that leads to the folks that are there on the inside. So it's special for me to be here because of my relationship with all of you. Some of you I'm just meeting via Zoom for the first time, but most of you I know. So I want to perform for you. When we play jazz, we're playing from the heart and from our feelings and from our soul. And this is where that song comes from. And I don't know, about 4 or 5 months ago, I turned off all my cable. I got tired of watching the news with the election, the insurrection, and all that was going on. But this song I wrote a while ago, and it was very difficult for me to perform but it talks about 2 pandemics, COVID-19, and then it's now called the 2020 Blues. And of course, it's a work in progress because we're still dealing with that blues, and the blues is an antidote for the blues. But I hope that you enjoy this performance of, it's been called Blues 2020 Blues. And in order to do it properly, I have to put on my blues shades so that I can properly be myself. I woke up early one morning and went outside. It was a very bad scene. Yeah, I woke up early one morning and went outside into a very bad scene. You see, the banks and the grocery stores were closed. All the schools shut down. And they said, why? Because of COVID-19. I got weary, I'm so weary. So weary, I don't know what to do. Weary, weary, I'm so weary. So weary, I don't know what to do. I got to get myself together to find out what, where, when, why, and who. That's what I had to do. That is when I tried, and I tried, and I tried all day long. Oh, see, I tried to figure out what in this world is going on. That's right, I tried, and I tried, and I tried while I singing my song. Yes, yeah. Ha! Come on, folks, let's do the right thing. Let's be done with what you know is wrong. So, now that it's nighttime, but before I go to bed, I think I'm gonna watch me a little news. Yeah, it's dark outside and it's nighttime, but before I lay down my head, think I'll sit in my easy chair and watch me a little news. So I did this. Click, click. I'm watching it. What? I can't believe what I'm seeing. Now I sure enough got the blues. Check this out. A man got killed while running down the street. Another man got killed because he fell asleep in his car while trying to get some to eat. A woman killed and she was just sleeping in her bed. Lord, Lord, I'm so weary, I can't lay down my own head. I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. George said it best. Called out one last time to his mother before he took his final rest. That is when I cried, and I cried, and I cried all night long. That's right. I was trying to figure out what in this world is going on. That's right. I cried, and I cried, and I cried while singing my song. Say, folks, come on now. It's time to do the right thing. All for the right and be done. Let's be done with all this wrong. That's right, I cried. That's when I cried. And I cried. Come on, folks. Let's do the right thing. Right. Hey, let's be done. Let's be done. Let's be done with all the wrong.
All right. The incredible, the incomparable Wycliffe Gordon. Now, I see Deborah Nawalo and Lewis Porter, if they can unmute. Let's see. They're still up in Harlem at a new Tito's barbecue grill. They had 4 sets there. And Deborah Nawalo is a wonderful singer. but love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. At last, the skies up above, they are blue. My heart is wrapped up in clover. The moment I looked at you, I found will that I could speak to, a thrill that I can call my own. I found a dream to press my cheek to, a thrill that I have never known. You smile, and then the spell, it was cast, and here we are in heaven. Oh, you are mine at last. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I found a thrill to press my cheek to. I found a dream to call my own. I found someone that I could speak to, someone that I have never known. You smile, and then the spell, it was cast, and here we are in heaven, heaven. Oh, you are mine at last. Oh yeah, for you, for you, for you, yeah, for you. I'm All right, Deborah Nawalo. Thank you. Thank you for both being with us. You've been at work since 12 noon. And thank you for hanging out and staying in place and being a part of the show. And thank you, baby. We'll talk to you all. Have a good night. Deborah Nawala, y'all.
Lewis Ford on piano. Thank you so much.
All righty. Thank you so much. Listen, we have got our next important team player here. And Alina Bloomgarden is the queen and captain of the ship here on Music on the Inside. And we all together collectively have just been producing music while we're on the inside. And please put your hands together for the creator of jazz at Lincoln Center and Reel to Reel and Moti, Music on the Inside. The wonderful, dancing, prancing in the park, Alina Bloomgarden.
All right, Antoinette. You tell all my secrets.
Absolutely.
Everyone should join me. David Oswald plays in the park, 82nd and Riverside, every nice day. And if you want to treat yourself to something beautiful in New York, it's just a happening thing. And actually, when I met David, is the same time I met Wycliffe. And so many musicians have been supporting our program from the beginning. And tonight is no exception. It's really, we're making a difference in people's lives through music, just the way it's been for you musicians. You reach people who've been incarcerated coming out. Yes, they need to find jobs and housing, which is very hard to do with a record, but they need some joy in their lives. They need to feel encouraged. And music is such an immediate way to connect. I've come to feel even more committed to what we're doing ever since I've seen the result it's had. And I'm so grateful to all of you for being with us and for supporting what we're doing, Music on the Inside. And actually, there was a little film made about us recently. We want to share that right now. And it just gives you a little introduction to our work so that you come away as ambassadors for Moti. That's our hope. Thank you so much.
For the last 5 years, Alina Bloomgarden has been harnessing the transformative power of music. It was the story of Louis Armstrong that originally inspired Bloomgarden. When Armstrong was a teen, he served time, and the band the jazz icon joined while incarcerated went on to change his life.
And I thought, what are we doing today for incarcerated youth and adults?
Bloomgarden admits she knew nothing about the criminal justice system. She simply knew that music could change lives.
People who are incarcerated are often reinforced a sense of inadequacy, and it's a punitive environment. You come in a room and you play music together, and you're just human beings making music. And that sense of presence and connection is so needed.
Her nonprofit is called Music on the Inside. It began at Rikers Island, mentoring youth through singing and songwriting classes. Local artists joined to teach and to share their love for music. And from there, the program expanded quickly to include adults in 3 other facilities across New York State. 500 lives touched. Like so many other organizations, Music on the Inside was affected by the pandemic. But the program was able to grow. 250 artists joined the cause.
Ooh. Music while we're inside makes your heart feel such pride.
We couldn't work in the prisons anymore, but we were able to immediately pivot to support individuals in reentry.
Using Zoom, musicians were individually paired with candidates to teach music lessons while also mentoring with resumes, job search, and the challenges of incarceration. And on Sunday nights, a Zoom concert, bringing together students and professional performances.
Their compassion and empathy for those impacted by incarceration also drives my passion to keep this work going.
For Bloomgarden, it's hard to say who gains more from Music on the Inside. One thing she knows for sure, this program will continue to expand across the nation, bringing so much to those who are often forgotten.
The music is the means, and the important thing is our human connection and validation. They give back to us as much as we give to them.
Open up your heart. What's going on?
For unlocking the power of music, Alina Bloomgarden is our New Yorker of the Week. Pat Kernan, New York 1.
Alrighty. And you are a part of that award. All of the musicians are a part of that award, and all of the board of directors. It always is not just one person being celebrated, but we bring a community. And we're so happy to have that support for Alina, for Music on the Inside, for all of the people who believe that this is an important, why we must help the least of these, so that this country and this world can be a greater place for all of we. So, a round of applause and a congratulations for Alina, for each and every one of you, for Richard Miller. Keep those applause coming for Richard Miller, who does our tech.
And Antoinette Montague, as much part of you guys as anyone. You guys are with us every step of the way. Thank you both.
Absolutely. Well, it's important. And we love each and every one of you. Again, Tahira, I'm so proud of you for being with us tonight. And more and more, our connection, our lives, really the richness of our lives depends upon us being a part of the We program. And at the top of the We program, I see Dawood Rahman coming in, one of our music on the inside artists who served 35 years inside of the system, 35 plus years, and is playing now with a great learning from Don Braden and many others. This is important. It is possible for change to happen. It is possible. If God is now, we want justice now, reparations now, music now, community now. And so you right now in real time is a part of community. So we cannot thank you enough. I thank you from the top of my heart. Go on and move right on to our next incredible, beautiful on the inside and outside. Tahira Clayton is out of Dallas, Texas, as many great performers happen to be. The list is amazing. She is a wonderful activist who uses her heart and her art to make a difference in the world. She's a great lyricist, storyteller, a wonderful educator, and a clinician. She has won several awards, and among them, the just wonderful most promising artist out of the 2018 UNISA International Jazz Vocal Competition, performed in Pretoria, South Africa. She's won the DC Jazz Prix competition with her wonderful trio, and just earning more and more. This music thing in jazz is not about a quick burst of a super famous career. This is a lifelong journey. Longevity is the reward of life. And we try to encourage our young to just stay the course, and we have to encourage them. Their job is to encourage their mentors, elders, but also the young. So please put your hands feverishly together for this young lady who is just such a bright light and an absolute darling in my heart. Wonderful, the incredible Miss Tahira Clayton.
Thank you so much. First, my deepest respects to Mother Lady Antoinette Montague. Thank you so much for having me here today. And of course, hello to and respects to my elders, to my peers, and to my friends. It's an honor to be here with you today. Happy Father's Day to the fathers as well. I am going to play for you a tune that I wrote from my grandmother entitled Wait Till Now. There's a little sing-along part too. John and I came with a similar mission today, but I want to get you singing. It's a very simple part here. It sounds like wait till now. Can you try it? 1, 2, here you go. Wait till now.
One more time.
I see you singing. I'll let you know when I need it. Wait till now for my grandmother LaVale. All right. Wait till now. If you feel so inclined to move, you can. We're here together. I ask you to enjoy yourselves. Those August shadows still warm with heat. That Sunday came with a new dish to clean. Content to leave chaos abound. In love, she pressed me with a sound. She said, wait till now. You got it? You can sing it with me. You're gonna wait till now. All right. I knew nothing what her words could mean. A covert plan to reinstill. Oh, I thought into my mind. You think you abide. How maybe the signs are chasing. invite people over to her house, and she would cook, and I was the dish girl. And there were a lot of dishes to clean on Sunday. And one day I rebelled against it, and I said, "Grandma, why can't I wait until the end of the day to wash all of these dishes?" And she told me, "You're going to wait until right now to wash those dishes." And I didn't know exactly what she was telling me then, but I do now, so I had to write a song about it. And I'm going to ask you to join me in singing, "Oh, wait until, oh, since fall, I've had time to grow. I've gone 1,000 miles just to know underneath this basking veil are a million stories left to tell. Oh, I'm gonna wait. You're gonna wait until now, till now. You're gonna wait. You're gonna wait until now. Why don't you wait? You're gonna wait until now. Wait until now. You're gonna wait until now. Why don't you wait until now? You're gonna wait until now. Why don't you wait until now? Listen to what I'm saying. Wait until now. You're gonna wait until now.
Wonderful. So why did you decide to support this program this evening, Mr.
Well, a couple of reasons. First and foremost, because you asked me.
That'll
And
do it.
anything, I will always show up where you ask me to. So thank you for being a part, for allowing me to be a part of this. And also, I think, I believe that the incarcerated population, particularly within the United States of America, which a large percentage of those people, unjustly so, are Black people, specifically Black men. And I think any program that is aiming to attempt to level the playing field for them and attempting to raise resources and to rehabilitate those people back into society of which they belong, of which they make a part of, and of which they are pillars of. Any institution or any program that is aimed at helping those people, I am a part of as well. It is my wish that we get to a place in our lives, in our country, where prison is something that we will be fully free and abolished from. For those who do not know, the prison system within the United States is a direct correlation from chattel slavery. The loophole in the 13th Amendment says that slavery is abolished outside of people who commit crimes. It's no surprise to me then that the majority of people who are in jail, unjustly so, are Black people. So again, any opportunity that I have to raise awareness for those people, to celebrate those people, and to bring them back into the fold of society is something that I will always do. And I thank you, Mother Antoinette, for letting me be here. And I thank you all for joining me as well.
All righty. Wycliffe Gordon raised his hand and says, "And all right, all right." Everybody give a all right, all right.
All right. Hey,
Beautiful.
beautiful. I enjoyed that. She said something about the 13th Amendment, and Alina, thank you for sending me a documentary that I will check out tonight. But Tahira brought something to my attention, and for those of you that may not have seen the movie documentary on the 13th Amendment, it talks explicitly about what she's talking about, and I think we should share it with each other, black, white, brown, green, grown-ups, folks, children, and for our fathers, Father's Day, sit down and watch it with your sons, watch it with your children, because um, It's a very great documentary, and I knew quite a few people in there, like Brian Stevenson. He's been in this fight down in Montgomery, Alabama, and comes up to New York and is teaching, but he's there. And she said the 13th Amendment, and it reminded me of the movie called 13th. Get a chance, please watch it. It may help you understand how this system has worked, and that's what it is. You're free unless they label you criminal. Once they put criminal on you, then you're no longer free. And it plays in it's the legal slave system. Anyway, I'll be quiet now. I just wanted to.
No, no, no. This is a
We
family
appreciate that.
conversation, and tonight is special conversation. So, Tahira, you know I love you. I'm very proud of you. I know you're involved with Women in Jazz organization, and we also have Jackie Lennon here from International Women in Jazz organization, and we also have so many of our great leaders that are trying to do something to keep music out there. Alina Bloomgard among them, and we have Cedric Rose, who is now involved with the Onaje Allen Gums Foundation and trying to do what he can to keep music alive and out there. I see Cynthia Scott is in the house. She might be someplace else in the house and just on screen, which I'll test her later on to see how many people she actually saw. But I love Cynthia Scott, and she's a Texan. We've got so many great, great family members here, and at the helm of them is one of our all-time favorite and most cherished leaders and fathers inside of this great music, who is coming up next, which is the great Lafayette Harris. Is more than a go-to pianist. He is a there man. He is ready to serve and to be a part of what makes things great. A spiritual writer, performer, orchestrator, arranger, educator. Lafayette Harris. Look how cool he looks sitting back there with his outfit on. Sharp like that. Out of Philadelphia, raised in Baltimore. He's played with the greats Max Roach, Ernestine Anderson, Houston Person. It was an amazing get to have Houston and Lafayette do something on social media platform, which is incredible. But he also is the source for so many singers to be heard. He lifts their spirit so that he can do and share music with them and help create a magic carpet for us to ride on as singers. I've had the privilege of working with him, as has Cynthia Scott to hear so many of us. Please put your hands together for one of our guiding lights in this music, the wonderful, the incredible, the joyful, the tricky Lafayette Harris. Lafayette Harris, come on, y'all, give it to him.
Well, thank you so much. I didn't know it was tricky too.
You know you.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to be here, and thank you, Antoinette and Alina. Thank you. Let's swing something for you.
the incredible, incomparable. Ooh, Lafayette, why are you with us yet again? We are grateful. Well, what made you be willing to come back with us?
Well, I've been, to be with this organization, it's a no-brainer. You know, such a wonderful group, a wonderful organization, and what a great cause. And so that's the overall reason why I always come back. And simply put, I had the pleasure of running into Alina just a few days ago up by Grant's Tomb, checking out my man Dwayne Cook Broadnex and Don Braden and a bunch of other wonderful people. So I'm so happy that I ran into her and she invited me to come today. So thank you.
Me too. Can I say something? You know, we had such a lovely conversation, and now you're becoming one of our, we're building a group of Moti Music Ambassadors. And you're one of the few members of that, and I hope a lot of these musicians will become part of it. We're so happy to have you with us. Really means a lot. Thank you, Lafayette.
Absolutely. Again, Lafayette Harris. And in the words of the great Langston Hughes, he said, "I'm so tired of waiting, aren't you, for the world to become good and a beautiful kind. Let us take a knife and cut the world in two and see what worms are eating at the rind." Some of what is eating at the rind is we need more love. We need more joy. We need more fairness in this world. So this is Juneteenth. I got the t-shirt. Just a little bit. This is my Harlem Juneteenth t-shirt. Break every chain. And this is a way to break. Music can melt and break every chain. Love, equity, fairness, justice, soul in the American way. Right, Richard? Anyway, our next guest is a singer's singer. He is just world renowned. He has done theater. He is a song and dance man and beyond. A great songwriter that pens lyrics almost like Shakespeare. He is the Shakespeare of music and jazz. He is much respected from Duke Ellingtonia and Mercedes Ellington and all of the great artists. 92nd Street Y, Dick Hyman is one of before Dick Hyman retired, he was the go-to guy that I saw on many of those amazing gigs. He is an incredible Blue Note artist that has performed many times at the Blue Note, and they let him come and do what he feels in his hearts. I mean, there was one of his songs that I loved. "I never liked you, I went straight to love." I mean, like, who puts that in a song and makes it work? Who puts joy inside of a song? Who is a great host and announcer, but he also lifts the spirit of every artist on the bandstand as well as the audience. I beg of you, I don't really have to beg of you, please know and celebrate the great, the incredible, delicious, and delectable Brother Ty Stevens.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, that was beautiful. I'm not only flattered and honored, but I'm also almost discombobulated listening to all these wonderful artists that preceded me. And I'm like, okay, now what am I supposed to do? How am I going to do this? No.
You do.
But, you know, the wonderful thing is we do what we do, and what we do means something to the process of living and the process of liberating. And I'll just get to singing and then we can chat after, okay? So this is a song that I think was more pertinent before Friday, but will never be unimportant. And you'll know what I'm talking about when I start singing it. Here we go.
Looking forward.
You may recognize it by the first couple of chords. One of my favorite artists of all time. And if you don't, I'll tell you who it is after, okay? I like to tell you. Hang on to the world as it spins around. Just don't let the spin get you down. Things are moving fast. Hold on tight and you will land. Keep your self-respect, your manly pride. Get yourself clear, keep your pride. Never mind the fear. Brighter days will soon be here. Just wait and see, someday we'll all be yeah. Keep on walking tall, hold your head up high. Lay your dreams right up to the sky. Sing your greatest song. You'll keep growing, growing on. Just wait and see, someday we'll all. It won't be long. Just wait and see, someday we'll all. Your heart and mind. Just wait and see, someday we'll all be free. We're gonna be free, and we will all be free.
So this song is for our fathers, the fathers who have children, the fathers in this music business who I watch mentor young musicians, even give information to their peers and elders to help keep them current. So this is a song for everybody, and think of your dad's names, because we're going to ask you to just yell their names out at some point. My dad's name was James, so this is a great song to me, one of the iconic songs in tributes to our dad. Ty, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank each and every one of the incredible artists that happen to be here. I see Joy Brown out in the house, and Cynthia. I see Katie McGrath. I see Whitney Marshall. Whitney will be with us in a bit. She's another writer of great songs. Dr. Grace Hackett. So many of you. But we want to thank the great John DiMartino, Deborah Nawala, and Lewis Porter, Todd Groves, Tahira, lovely, wonderful Clayton, Tahira Clayton, Lafayette, and Ty. And this is going to be the great song. What's the greatest song that you could mention in jazz for Father's Day? 1, 2, 3.
My father.
Bam! There we go. That's the one. Here we go. We'll see how it all goes for a key, but that's that. Go ahead, Richard. All right, Lafayette, go ahead. If there was ever a man who was generous, gracious, good, was my dad, the man. A human being so true, he could stand like a king, 'cause he knew the pleasure of life. Let's just let Richard Foreman be devoted to and always stand by me, so I'd be unafraid and free. All right, Richard, drop out a second. Lafayette, go ahead, Ty.
Every man, generous, gracious, and good. That was my dad. His name was Herman.
Yeah.
A human being so true. He could live like a king, 'cause he knew the real pleasures in life. He was devoted to. He always stood by me, and now I'm unafraid.
Wycliffe, you want a piece? Just you and Mike. Go ahead. Go ahead, John DiMartino, and trade with Lafayette. All right, Todd, where you at? Summertime. Living is easy. Go ahead, Todd.
It's not.
Here are you out there? Yeah, summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, the cotton is high. It's Father's Day, your daddy's rich, your mama's good looking. Hush, baby, don't you cry. If there was ever a man gracious and true, who was that to you, Ty?
That was my dad.
Mm.
A man.
So on the count of 3, everybody think about what their father's names were and yell them out on the count of 3. Keep playing, cats. 1, 2, 3. loop it. The man. Everybody, come on, unmute.
The man.
Please contribute to Modi. Thank you so much for being with us. We're talking about trying to figure out how to keep it going or chill out, but I believe we should just keep on keeping on. I've been out in the clubs and riding around, and even though things have opened up, the truth be told, everybody's not coming out to play. Everybody's not filling up the spot. So we're here for you. Please contribute to the program. For the musicians that have not opened up their mail and figured out where they need to send in their email for whatever contribution we can contribute to them, please make sure that you go back to Music on the Inside and send in your information for PayPal, etc. And folks, we cannot thank you enough for being beautiful, for encouraging the souls of all of us who have showed up on this great, wonderful weekend called Juneteenth, called Father's Day, called Great Living Artist. You living artist. I honor all of those who have gone before Sarah Vaughan and everybody else, but I really honor those who are here, who need support, encouragement. Follow those artists that you saw tonight. Encourage, post for them when you see them doing things. Takes nothing to pick it up and send it to your friends and let folks know where there will be. We again thank the great Lafayette Harris, the incredible Richard Miller, wonderful Tahira Clayton, incredible Wycliffe Gordon, John DiMartino, Todd Groves. I mean, just, you can't make up this kind of evening. You can't go in the city and find this kind of lineup. So please just be encouraged and Deborah Nawalo. Thank you all so very, very much. Please, you can go to musicontheinside.org, make a contribution. You can also email info@musicontheinside.org and ask for them to send you a snail mail address. Some people still like to send checks, and they don't trust the system. They are like not playing. They're like, not me. So I love each and every one of you. I'm so grateful to have been here, to be able to serve and to be encouraged myself. We all need encouragement. We all need light. We all need love. We all need justice. The American way. This is Jazz Woman to the rescue here. I love y'all, and there's nothing you can do about it. I ain't gonna stop. Ain't no stopping us now. But we on the groove. Chaka boom ding, boom 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 boom. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the groove. Ain't no stopping us now. We've got the groove. Good night, y'all. God bless you. Ain't no stopping us now.